USCIS offers several ways that you can check the case status of your application. If you filed an application for naturalization or any other immigrant application and you would like to check case status, you can check it online by viewing the USCIS website and clicking on Case Status Information and Processing Times. Enter the receipt number located on the upper left corner of your receipt. Another way to obtain information on your case is to make an appointment with InfoPass. InfoPass is a web-based system that enables you to go online to schedule appointments with immigration officers at USCIS offices. This is a convenient alternative to waiting in a long line at your local USCIS office for assistance. It will also allow you to obtain interim advance parole and employment authorization documents. InfoPass users should be able to obtain appointments in about 2 weeks from the date they schedule their appointment. Either attorneys or clients can make such appointments. The goal of filing your application for naturalization is to become an American citizen. Let's review some basic instructions when completing the application. You can type directly onto the form by utilizing the internet website we discussed previously, or you may print on the application in black ink. Be sure to write neatly if you are handwriting the application. Part 1 asks you for your current legal name. That is the name used on your documents. Part B asks you to list the name exactly as it appears on your green card. If your name is not spelled correctly on your green card, write your name with the same mistake. If you wish to change your name in any way, even if it's just the spelling, you need to enter the name in this section. If you do not wish to change your name, write NA not applicable in Part D of Part 1. Let's go to page 2. If you are not sure of the date you became a permanent resident, check your green card. It will list this information. Your country of nationality is the country where you are currently a citizen or national. Part G, your current marital status. This question asks what your marital status is on the date of filing the application. Part H, please note the difference in what question H and I are asking. Check yes to Part H if you are submitting a medical disability request form along with your application. Remember, asking for the waiver does not mean it will be granted at the interview. Part 1 should be marked yes if you have a disability that requires a special accommodation by USCIS. For example, if you are deaf or seeing impaired, you can request that the test be given either in written or oral form only or with assistance of a sign language interpreter. A doctor's note confirming your diagnosis should be attached to the application. Part 4. Give your present address. Do not write post office or box office numbers in this space. Page 3. Part 5 is your personal information. Part 6 asks you to list all of the places you have lived in the last 5 years. Be sure to list the date you moved in and the date you moved out. Be sure to include the month, date, and year. Part B is similar. If you work for yourself, write self-employed. Page 4. Write the total number of days you spent outside the United States in the last 5 years. Be sure to include all countries visited on each trip. Remember, if you spent more than 900 days outside the United States, you may not be eligible for citizenship at this time. If you are uncertain, contact an immigration attorney or accredited representative before filing your application. If you are ineligible to naturalize because you have not met your residency requirements, USCIS will not notify you until the time of your interview, at which point you will lose the cost of filing your application and have to refile. Part 8. Write the number of times you have been married. If you were married to the same person more than one time, count each time as a separate marriage. Page 5. Be sure to list the information requested. USCIS is asking for the information about your spouse, your ex-spouse, and your spouse's ex-spouse. You can use additional sheets of paper to list additional marriages. Page 6. Write the total number of children you have had. Be sure to include children of all ages, married or unmarried, whether they are alive or dead. Stepsons and stepdaughters and children born when you are not married should be included as well. Part 10. Answer each question by checking yes or no. Answer each question honestly. Question 6A is asking whether or not you have a title of nobility, such as prince or queen in a foreign country. Page 8. If you have ever been arrested or cited, which means received a summons, you must obtain a court disposition where the arrest took place. Call or visit the township office to obtain this document and include it in your application. Page 9, Part G. If you are a male living in the United States between the ages of 18 and 26, you must register with Selective Service before applying for naturalization. If you registered but cannot find the Selective Service number, I suggest you visit the Selective Service website to obtain this information. Part 12. If someone filled out this form for you, he or she should complete this section. Be sure to sign and date the application before mailing it. Do not write anything in Part 13 and 14. That section will be completed at your naturalization interview.